fake the handoff, throwing end zone, caught, touchdown, Jackson Verdugo.
That is embarrassing to lose at home, and it sucks. So it's glad that we got humbled. I'm glad that we got humbled because this is a reality check, and it's something that we're going to improve on.
But when I walked in the locker room afterwards, I said to the team, I was like, look, this could be the start, stretch, where we really get going.
WKU football continues their season with a 25-6 loss against FIU.
Plus, we have Lady Toppers volleyball dominating the court.
College athletics aren't the only thing to watch as high school football season continues.
And one high school is standing out from the rest as Glasgow High School remains undefeated.
Pass is caught, one-handed grab. Are you kidding me, Dalvin?
Logan with space inside the 10, looks to break the tackle, and he breaks the end zone.
Dominate on 3 with me,
They will keep it on the ground with Wales. Not only will he get the first down, he'll get the touchdown and the championship.
Use it for Rogers for 3 for the win. Western Kentucky doesn't break.
The grass is red in Kentucky. Holy moly!
The Hilltoppers are champions of Conference USA.
Welcome inside Studio 2, the home of the Extra Point. I'm Emily Chunglo.
And I'm Logan Blanford. Emily, we've got some big things to talk about on the show today. I'm happy to be back at the desk. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. This is my first time at the desk, and I am just so excited to be here and to get started and just really talk about the thing that we all love to talk about, which is WKU athletics and athletics in general. So
let's get rocking with our top 5 plays. At number 5, we have this pick 6 from Glasgow cornerback Grayson Bartley. He just picks off this quarterback here, makes a move, and takes it all the way to the end zone, just further highlighting how dominant this Glasgow defense has been all year and their incredible season they're having.
Absolutely. I mean, Glasgow has been absolutely killing it this season, and this is an example of why. They are clean, they have precision, and they know exactly what they're doing and when they're doing it, right? And they have the skill to make it all the way, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Now, our number 4 play is this beautiful 55-yard field goal by kicker Jack Cassidy for WKU.
Yeah, I mean, Cassidy, he's been a really good kicker that's come in place of Lucas Carnero. Not many highlights from the game the other night, but this being one of the very few ones. Cassidy's got a leg that can pretty much hit from anywhere.
Absolutely. I think it's been really, really great to see his talent improve.
Number 3 takes us to the Smurf turf, where Logan Boyer is able to haul in this pass from Xavier Isabel for a tip 6. This is one of those crazy, weird plays you don't see every day, but Warren East able to capitalize.
Absolutely. I think this kind of game and this kind of play is what sets apart a team from the rest. And I think moving forward with a field called the Smurf turf, you've got to have some crazy fun plays like that, So number 2 is this game-winning goal for the Lady Topper soccer team that pinballs from the players into the net. I mean, this is a very abnormal way to score a goal from what I've seen. What do you think, Logan?
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly not something you see every day. And that was a game-winning goal, too, for the Hilltoppers against Missouri State. So what a way to do it. Not how you would typically go about it, but it finds its way into the net. And our number 1 play of the week is this ferocious spike from Kendall Meller against Louisiana Tech. Meller's come on this season, and she's been a great player for Coach Hudson and this Hilltopper team. And like you said, this just kind of is in a nutshell how this weekend went for the Hilltoppers, dominating against Louisiana Tech.
I completely agree. I mean, it was just such a good play that summed up a perfect weekend, right? And I think the thing that we're all going to look forward to is how that kind of skill is going to completely continue throughout the rest of the season and Conference USA.
Yeah, we'll talk some volleyball soon, but I mean, yeah, WKU Volleyball on a roll right now, and that play from Kendall just highlighting how dominant this team is, and they're getting into the thick of their season, and they're getting on the path to where they're going to be a contender in this conference for sure. The Tim and Sarah Ford Fieldhouse is nearing completion. The turf has been laid, and the insides are beginning to come together. It will be a multi-purpose use facility for football, baseball, esports, forensics, and the Big Red Marching Band. this is just another exciting addition we have here at the Hill.
Absolutely. I remember coming on as a freshman last year and seeing this big metal frame of a building and not quite knowing what it was. So now being able to see that it's almost done and seeing what all that is going to hold for WKU is really exciting in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Now let's move inside Diddle Arena to talk some Lady Topper basketball. Head coach Greg Collins and his squad held their first open practice last weekend to start their season. Diddle Arena was open to fans and family members to come and watch Coach Collins and the Tops work on drills, plays, and even scrimmage their men's scout team. Now, I'm really excited for basketball season. Logan, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, this is the time of year where we're still in the middle of football season, but we're running through October here, and this is the time of year where basketball season begins to creep up on you just because football's in full swing. You don't see it coming. But yeah, very exciting basketball season coming up, in particular for the Lady Toppers and Coach Collins. All right, everybody, it's time for everyone to listen up because it's time for all ears. This take might brew some heated discussion coming off of Tuesday night's disaster, but hear me out. Despite WKU's embarrassing loss to FIU on Tuesday, the Hilltoppers are still Conference USA title contenders. I know everybody is going to write this team off, but I'm not selling my stock just yet. This is a team that made it to the CUSA title game last season after going 6-2 in conference play, so one loss is not a death sentence. The Hilltoppers go down to Ruston on Tuesday, hoping to avenge their homecoming loss to Louisiana Tech last year. I expect the Tops to look like the team we saw at the beginning of the season, and if they can find that form again, they will still be right in the mix for a chance to go to another conference title game the first weekend of December. We know WKU always has one or two mulligans in the conference, and the FIU game looked like a classic case of overlooking your opponent, which we've seen them do at home before. I think this game will be used as a wake-up call and will fuel this team going into the second half of the season. Now look, if you're trying to find some positives from the other night's game, there's not too many, but Emily, what do you think?
I completely agree with you, Logan. I mean, I think that the team that fans saw, the team that was playing at the beginning of the season was not the team that fans saw on Tuesday night, right? That team, they got served a massive slice of humble pie, right? They are coming off of this massive winning streak, and then to have a loss like that, it's got to be a wake-up call for a lot of the players on that team. So I'm just excited to see how they can bounce back from that, right? How they're going to learn from those mistakes, how they're going to improve, and how they're going to step up to the plate once again to be the team that fans know they can be.
Yeah, we'll talk more about the game here in a bit, but this is one of those games, if you're the Hilltoppers, you just got to put it, you got to delete it from your memory, and you got to focus on the next one against Louisiana Tech. They have a big game coming up and a lot more big conference games coming up. So look, there's definitely opportunities for them to redeem themselves, and I think they're going to be a better team from it.
I absolutely agree. Well, coming up, we'll head to the gridiron for some WKU football.
Hear about WKU's loss to FIU and what we have to look forward to as they take on Louisiana Tech next on the Extra Point.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
McIver looking right side on a slant pattern, and that is picked off. He threw it right to the DB. Rolling out, has all the time in the world, but he's running out of space. Now throwing downfield, tipped up, picked off. For 35 yards, ball comes out, and it's still loose. There is an absolute fight for it.
They ran the ball at will against us, and their defense stopped us at will. And when you turn the football over several times, you're going to have a hard time winning games.
McIver throwing and picked off for the second time tonight. Josiah McGrew, one of those talented freshmen.
Welcome back to the Extra Point. The Hilltoppers took on the FIU Panthers last Tuesday, and it did not end well for Western.
A 25-6 defeat drops WKU to 5-2 on the season. And if you look at this game, it was not pretty on all fronts. I mean, Maverick McIver throws 3 interceptions. It's his worst game in a Hilltoppers uniform. First conference loss of the season, which is very big because now that makes all these future conference games that much more important because losing another could be very costly. Not a lot of positives if you're trying to take some, but this is one of those that you just got to delete from your memory and move on.
Absolutely. I mean, we were saying earlier that this team is not the same team that fans saw at the beginning of the season. They had a massive winning streak, and then to just lose this game is really uncharacteristic for our players, especially Maverick McIver with those 3 interceptions that he threw. I mean, he just did not have the good game that we know that he can have, right?
Yeah, and a player that really stood out for FIU on Tuesday night was running back Keyshawn Owens. 22 carries for 195 yards. I mean, that is crazy. You know, if your run defense is letting up nearly 200 yards, then there's some serious issues. He was averaging 9 yards per carry. I mean, they let Owens run all over him the other night, and you know, they're going to have to do some searching in this run defense because they got to get better. Specifically, you know, that defensive front, because you can't allow nearly 200 yards on the ground to an FIU team that, you know, was closer to the bottom of the conference table than the top.
Absolutely, and even if 84 of those yards were from one run that led to a touchdown for FIU, that still leaves 110 yards that they left throughout the rest of the game. That where did they go? Why didn't we block those, right? I think that's the question that we're going to see answered within the next couple weeks from WKU.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Coach Helton was saying, you know, they got to get better, but we're about to see what Coach Helton really has to say about Tuesday's loss to FIU.
Obviously, I think it was pretty apparent who the better football team was tonight. They beat us on all 3 phases pretty soundly, and we need to get better. We need to get better. Hopefully we will learn from this loss. We'll try to do everything we can in our power to correct those issues that came up tonight, which was pretty obvious. They ran the ball at will against us, and their defense stopped us at will. And when you turn the football over several times, you're going to have a hard time winning games. But, you know, they were a hungry football team that came here to win the game.
The Hilltoppers will try to turn it around on Tuesday as they travel to Louisiana Tech.
I'm really excited for this game. Like we were saying earlier, WKU has a lot to answer for. And I think that this last game proves an opportunity for them to step up even harder than before, to not only be the team that fans saw at the beginning of the season, but be a team that has learned from their mistakes. They got humbled seriously by FIU earlier, so I think that this game will be a true testament to see if this was a fluke or if this was a pattern that we're going to continue to see throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Bulldogs here, 4-2, similar record. They run the ball very well, 147 rushing yards per game. and they put up 25 points, they can score, and they forced 12 defensive turnovers. So this is not a team that you can afford to turn the ball over. And a big player to watch for the Bulldogs on that defensive side will be Jakari Foster.
Absolutely. I mean, Jakari Foster has 19 tackles, 3 interceptions, 1 pick six, and 1 forced fumble. He's a force to be reckoned with on this team. And I think going into this next game, they're really going to have to watch out for him. The WKU defense will be on high alert, as well as their offense, because this guy knows how to play. He knows how to use the field to his advantage and use his own power to his advantage. So I think going into this game, we're going to see a lot of Maverick McIver trying to dodge this guy in particular and making sure he's not passing that ball towards this guy.
Yeah, I mean, McIver, didn't have a great game last week, but he will, I'm confident that he will have a better game this week. But like you said, I mean, that Louisiana Tech secondary kind of is the leader of that defense, and that's how they generate most of their turnovers. They are serious threats, especially when a quarterback is throwing the deep ball, which McIver likes to do. So they're going to really have to be ready for this Louisiana Tech defense, because it's going to be another tough one, and they're going to have to come out in a very different manner. But coming up, hear about the latest news in WKU Volleyball.
And see what's next for our Lady Toppers.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Go to Skidmore again, and there's a kill off the block. And there's a kill far side. That's Meller. Skidmore with the kill.
The resiliency has been incredible, and I'm really, really proud, of the fact that we've found a way to survive what has been a really difficult season with such a young team. And you just hope that they get the rewards of it here at the end, that we can be healthy for a stretch and feel good about how we're playing for a stretch.
Welcome back. WKU Volleyball has dominated the court once again against Louisiana Tech last weekend.
The Tops completed the weekend sweep on the Bulldogs. Logan, what impressed you the most from the Hilltoppers this weekend?
Yeah, the Hilltoppers were very impressive against the Bulldogs. Like you said, I mean, they got the weekend sweep, didn't drop a set, 86 kills, 12 aces, and 14 blocks. This is the type of stuff we are used to seeing from this Hilltopper volleyball program. this could really be the part in the season where it kickstarts them to have a very strong second half and in leading into this conference tournament here, which we expect them to be on top of.
Absolutely. I completely agree. This team came into this matchup cool, calm, and collected. They didn't let anything faze them. They didn't let anything by them, and they absolutely killed it. They were completely shutting down the opponent at every single opportunity, and I think that is what really makes this team stand out. So the player that really stood out for the Tops was Izzy Van de Wheelie. Now, Izzy is an incredible player. She had 13 kills, 7 blocks, 2 digs, and 53 blocks. Now, we look at this and we see a player who is talented. We see a player who has absolutely dominated, and she is going to continue to dominate throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, she's been a really great player for Coach Hudson in this program. She leads the conference in blocks with 53. And so, Izzy is one of those people, anytime she is on the court, she is going to give you a chance to win every game, and probably a favorable one. Izzy, just really good stuff this weekend, and she's been battling some injury stuff, but she looked pretty healthy this weekend, and they are really going to use her and need her as they go throughout this conference play. But let's go ahead and see what Coach Hudson had to say on the Tops, and kind of what they've been working on the most at practice, and what they're going to take into this weekend.
I like where we're headed offensively. I like what we do for the most part defensively. Serving has been the thing that I've been the most disappointed in with our season on the year. As you alluded to, it's just been very sporadic. We'll have a match where we're really good and then a match where we're not so good. And, we haven't gotten to the level that I want to get to, and that'll show up in these big matches we have moving forward. Like we said, we have 10 left, and when you get into those kind of matchups, little things like serving become bigger and bigger, and so it's something we work on every day. It's something we have to continue to get better at if we're going to be who I want to be by the end.
The Tops will take on Sam Houston this weekend at Diddle Arena. Logan, what do you expect to see from WKU? Because I'll tell you what I expect to see, right? I expect to see some major powerhouse plays, and honestly, I expect to see more of the same from the Hilltoppers. I mean, this is going to be a really exciting matchup for our Hilltoppers. Sam Houston is 0-6 this season, which is a pretty abysmal score, let's be honest. Now, 15 points per set is their average, which isn't bad, and their hitting percentage is okay, and they have 95 service aces per game, which is fine, but we have seen that the Hilltoppers are absolutely going to dominate, right? They have the skills to dominate. They have the absolute ability to turn this into another win for the Hilltoppers. And the player to watch out for on the Bearcats will be Chloe Monson. Logan?
Yeah, Chloe Monson is going to be a really big threat for the Hilltoppers this weekend. She's one of the leaders of this Sam Houston team. She's at the top of Conference USA in many different categories, but you look at her here, 287 kills, 164 digs, 306 points, and 20 blocks. So Monson going to be one of those players the Hilltoppers going to have to watch out for this weekend against the Bearcats.
Absolutely. I completely agree. She definitely is a powerhouse, but I think given the skills that come from WKU, they should be able to take her, right? They will definitely, if they let their guard down at all, that could be dangerous for the Hilltoppers. But if they continue to show the same resilience and strength that they have shown in keeping that ball off of their side of the court, then I think that this will be a fantastic game for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, absolutely. Monson a good player, but I don't expect WKU to have much troubles with this Sam Houston Bearcats team. If you just look down the roster, player to player, WKU has a lot of advantages here. This is a very favorable matchup for them. And like I said, I expect to see a lot of the same we saw from last weekend against Louisiana Tech.
Absolutely. Well, don't go away. When we come back, we'll talk all things high school football.
Let's see what's to come as we get ready for Friday Night Lights here on the Extra Point.
Bring it. Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride? Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back to the Extra Point. It's time to talk some high school football. We have a huge slate for you tonight. Our first game of the night is Paducah-Tillman versus Warren East. Tillman are hoping to continue a strong showing in district play.
Absolutely. I mean, when we look at this matchup, Paducah-Tillman is like that person who shows up to a job interview and is way overqualified for the position. I mean, they have some of the best offense and defense that we've seen for that district thus far this year. And they have their main offensive tackle, Jarvis Strickland, who is absolutely killing it. He's the #1 recruit from Kentucky this season. And I'm just excited to see how this game is going to pan out. Logan?
Yeah, and if you look at Warren East, they come in with a 2-5 record, not having a great season, but they are a really explosive offense. I mean, they have a lot of big play potential. Xavier Isabel, I think, has played well this season, hasn't had a lot to work with, but, you know, Warren East going to come in here as underdogs tonight against Paducah-Tillman. You know, they just got to go out there and play their game. Like I said, they've got a lot of offensive threat, so they're going to be able to put up points. Their defense has been the issue this season. So that is going to be where it's going to be tough for them to stop Paducah-Tillman. But, you know, Warren East, they can score, so, you know, never rule them out. Should be a fascinating one.
Absolutely. Warren East is a really scrappy team, and I'm excited to see how it'll play out as well. But next up is Franklin Simpson versus Logan County. The Cougars are trying to keep their excellent season going against a feisty Wildcats team. Now, Logan County has had the season of the century for them, right? They have not seen this kind of a season and this kind of a record in a really long time for Logan County. And I think that's really exciting, and I think that energy will push them through to this game. Logan?
Yeah, their sophomore quarterback, Luke Rogers, is playing really well. But Franklin Simpson comes in here with a 5-2 record. They are averaging 40 points a game. Get that. That is just crazy stuff. Some of their score lines are just nuts, but their defense does tend to give up a good amount of points as well. I mean, they are winning games like 40-35, 50-40. So, I mean, just crazy stuff. Now, is Franklin Simpson going to be able to stop Logan County tonight? That's going to be the main question in this game because both teams can score. It's going to be which defense can keep up. I'm going to say Logan County probably gets the better of Franklin Simpson just because of their, you know, their offensive prowess and their ability to stop teams on the defensive side of the ball.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. I think Logan County does have the major potential to win this game, but it'll definitely be a matchup. I mean, neither of these teams has seen another team like each other, right? They both have very different strategies when it comes to defense and offense. So seeing how they approach this game, how they approach the plays that they take will definitely be an interesting matchup.
And our game of the night features the district rivalry game between the Greenwood Gators and the Bowling Green Purples. You know, this is just a matchup that in any sport is always, you know, a grand occasion. Greenwood coming in here with a 5-2 record. That two-headed monster in the backfield, Nathan Self and Davis Cheney, can really terrorize defenses and run the ball wherever they want. Greenwood not lost a district game yet. They've won all three of them so far, and they forced 11 turnovers on the season. So, you know, they can really do some damage.
Absolutely. Now, what do you think Bowling Green versus Greenwood in this game? What do you think that Greenwood has to do in order to pull off the upset?
Yeah, I mean, look, it would be an upset if Greenwood won. I think many are expecting them to be the underdog tonight. But like I said, they've got that big playability from their running backs, Self and Cheney. And you know their defensive front has played pretty well. I mean, in their last game against Barron County, they held them to 17 points, and Barron's a team that typically puts up points. So you know their defense has been good, but don't let Bowling Green's record fool you. They come in here at 2-5, but they have 10 straight wins over Greenwood. They're playing with a freshman quarterback, Anthony Davis, and he's played pretty well for the most part, 9 touchdowns. But the big thing tonight, Travy Barber returns, the star wide receiver for Bowling Green. This could be a game where Bowling Green kicks their season into gear. You know, they've had a slow start. They've played a gauntlet of a schedule, but the Purples tonight, this could be a statement game and make it another run to a 5A title.
I absolutely agree. I think while, you know, on paper, it looks like it'll be a pretty decent matchup, but Bowling Green has the potential to pull off another upset here. Bowling Green has that potential, and like you said, we've got a massive player who is returning to the field after a huge injury. So there's really no telling what is going to happen for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and as if the extra point isn't enough to feed your sports appetite on Fridays, a brand new show called 2-7 Overtime will debut tonight.
This show will specifically cover high school football and will be live at 11:15 on Friday nights going forward. Logan, how excited are you?
Yeah, this is a very exciting project that we've been putting together here in studio too. Lots of people excited about it. You know, this is going to look a lot like your local newscast would look in terms of, you know, all the games. You're going to get to see all the highlights, everything that happens on Friday Night Lights for that night. And so this is a very exciting project that is coming to Studio 2, and I think everyone will enjoy it.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. Well, up next, Glasgow High School is making history with an undefeated season so far.
Find out more next on The Extra Point.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depressing stuff. That's what white people think.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Glasgow High School is making history this season as they remain undefeated with the top defense in the state.
Sports director Ryan Murphy has the story on a key piece of their team's success.
This is a unit.
Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job, good job.
A pretty good one.
So look, pay attention, pay attention.
This Glasgow defense is only allowing 5 points per game.
the lowest in the entire state, in the midst of an undefeated season.
Coach Dak, he's our defensive guy.
The key to that success is here.
What's up, man? What's up? Mic'd up, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. What's going on?
He brings like a youthful energy. You know, he's great relationship builder. Kids want to play hard for him, and he does a good job of getting that energy out of them.
Yep, good. Here we go.
Defensive coordinator Jack Herron is in his first year with the program at just 23 years old.
Hey, don't let Coach. I'm telling you, I came up with. I really didn't know what I was getting into. I was once these guys coming out here and busting my butt every day, and I get it. So just building relationships with the kids, I take pride in it.
Former Taylor County standout is helping build a new culture with a team he's not unfamiliar with.
Believe it or not, some of these coaches that we have coached at Glasgow when I was at Taylor County. And I always joke with them that, my senior year, we put Glasgow out of the playoffs. So I love joking with those guys about it. Good. When Coach Arnett got this job here in Glasgow, he called me up and I thought it'd be a great opportunity. I jumped on it as soon as I could, and the rest is history.
The team's performance speaks for itself. 2 shutouts, highest margin of victory in 3A, and after their 7th straight win against Butler County and 700th as a program, the Scotties are focused on their chance at history.
I always knew that this group had a chance to do something special, and we're just trying to take it day by day. We try not to look at records.
And if I'm not careful,
yeah, he does do it. Welcome to the Dog Pound, where the Glasgow Scotties are practicing on a Thursday.
I might be out of a job. Reporting in Glasgow,
it's going to be a great game. We're excited. Had a great week of practice.
Ryan Murphy, The Extra Point.
Yeah, Glasgow just having a great season to this point. Great package there by Ryan. They come in with an undefeated season. They've only allowed 35 points on the whole entire season, which is just craziness. And they're averaging 39 a game, so they're getting it done on both sides of the ball. This is a team that really has potential to make a deep playoff run.
Absolutely, and I think this package specifically showed how much they have put in the work for this record, right? They have the talent, but they also have the determination. And I think that is just such a special thing to get to witness, is seeing this team come together and see the hard work that they're putting into this record this season. And now I'm really excited for that, right? I mean, I know they've got some big games coming up, but I think it's just going to be a fantastic thing to watch as this team continues on, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, now coming up, it's everyone's favorite segment, Delay of Game.
Join us next to see Eli Thompson and Phil Clark go head-to-head as they debate on the Big 3 sports championships.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Welcome back to the Extra Point. It's time for everyone's favorite segment, Delay of Game. A quick reminder, each contestant will have 40 seconds to argue their point without interruption. After that, the gloves are off. We got Eli Thompson, Phil Clark with us today. Our first topic, who's going to win the World Series? It's right around the corner. Eli, who's going to be?
I mean, you got to go with the best team. It's the best team in baseball. They won it last year. They're probably going to do it again. They have the best player in baseball in Shohei Ohtani. Give me the Los Angeles Dodgers. 3 players batting a .275 or higher. That's pretty good if you ask me, Phil. I mean, I'll let you decide that. You got Yamamoto from Japan, the second best player from Japan. By the way, they're all on the Dodgers. You got Ohtani, you got Yamamoto. Great pitcher, great lineup. They're accustomed to winning, Phil. I think that's the one thing the Mariners don't have is they don't know how to win like the Dodgers do. Stats can only say so much, but you got to get down to the actual, like, who has that clutch factor, and that's the Dodgers.
You know, you got that easy softball pick right there at the Dodgers who won last year, but I'm taking a little bit of an underdog in the Seattle Mariners. And look, you look at this rotation, the best rotation in baseball, Luis Castillo, Brian Wu, Logan Gilbert, just 3 studs off the bat. And they have a really solid bullpen, too. Andreas Munoz, who closed the All-Star game. Matt Brash. Let's talk about his slider, Eli. His slider is the most disgusting pitch in baseball, so you can't hit off of that. Biggest moves at the deadline with Josh Naylor and Eugenio Suarez. 2 great power hitters in their lineup, and they have the Big Dumper. If you have a guy named the Big Dumper, you're going to the World Series. So I'm taking the Seattle Mariners.
No, that's great. I'm glad that you like the Mariners are going to the World Series, but they're not winning the World Series.
They're winning. They're going to defeat the Dodgers in the World Series.
No.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
But listen,
doing a lot of going, too.
I will give you props. The Mariners are a fun team to root for. No one thought they'd end up here, and they do have the Big Dumper. Yes, I get it.
The Big Dumper is leading in home runs.
How to win. How are you going to argue against a team that knows how to win?
I do agree. They know how to win.
You got to have clutch.
But you see, you can't do it 2 years in a row. When's the last time that happened in the MLB? It hasn't happened.
I have no idea.
Exactly. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened in so long that it's not going to happen this year. The Mariners, they have that youth.
The Dodgers.
They have Julio Rodriguez. They have that youth that can like come in and say, "Hey, let's just go."
Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Mariners win. I think it'd be cool. Nobody wants the Dodgers again. But Eli, who's going to be the Super Bowl favorite?
Come on. The Super Bowl favorite? Give me the underdog. Give me Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks. You got Jackson Smith and Jigba. You have a top 10 defense in the league. Sam Darnold has thrown 7 passes over 40 yards this season. The next closest has 5. He has thrown 11 passes for 20 yards. That is tied for first. And Jigba's number 1 in receiving yards. He has proved, other than Jay Jettis and Jamar Chase, that he is the 3rd best receiver, proving he's a deep threat, something Puka Nacua hasn't done. The Seattle Seahawks are on top of their game, tied for first in point differential with the Lions. Sam Darnold is also first in passer rating for 5 games through the first 6 weeks of the season. The Seahawks have proven that they might not have the clutch factor, neither do the Bills, though. So when you have 2 teams that don't have the clutch factor, you got to look at the statistics. Seattle wins in that category.
I like that pick, Eli, but I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills. And look, the AFC is wide open this year. The Ravens are 1-5. Okay, Lamar's out right now. You got your MVP quarterback in Josh Allen. This is the key right here, the first in rushing yards. You have a guy that can run the ball at quarterback, but he can also pass it very well. Second in offensive yards. Their offense is looking great. Their defense, it's looking all right. It can improve, but we're only halfway through the season, so the Bills, they have a lot to look forward to. Patrick Mahomes has even been struggling a little bit this year. He's 3-3, so if it's any year to do it, it's this year for the Bills, and I'm taking them.
Yeah, no, great pick picking the Bills out of the AFC. I think you're right about the Mahomes having a down year, but the NFC is so unpredictable that when the Seahawks make it to the Super Bowl, they'll be able to beat a team like the Bills.
When they make it?
The Bills have a lot of pressure on them. The Bills,
when they make it.
Seattle is 30th. Seattle is 30th in
Sam Darnold is not going to the Super Bowl.
Pressure, in top 5 in QB
Sam Darnold is not going to the Super Bowl.
One of the top defenses, 2 of their best players are injured.
Baker Mayfield. Want to be Baker
Mayfield.
Matter.
They can do it, though.
I was rage baiting you. I know you're a Seahawks fan.
They can do it, though. They can do it,
No,
though.
they can't.
Why not?
The Bucks are better than them. The Bucks are way better than them.
They barely beat them in their quarterback 6.
How many times have the Bills proved their fraud?
Their quarterback 6
They've
couldn't do
been
anything.
frauds, but this year they're not going.
This is going to have to be saved for another day, Phil.
The AFC's open.
But the NBA season is nearly upon us as well. So, Eli, who's going to be hoisting that trophy in June?
Hey, give me another back-to-back champion. The Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is leading probably a top 5 team all time. Best defense, best player. They have the best bench, and Tatum is hurt. This is the Oklahoma City's year. Oklahoma City's year. What more do they need? Their bench, let's talk about it. Kaysen Wallace, who just hit the craziest shot of all time in the preseason. Isaiah Joe, who is one of the best three-point shooters in the league. You got Lou Dort, round out with Chet Holmgren, who is now healthy. Isaiah Hartenstein's the floater king. SGA is averaging 33 points a game last year. How can you argue against that?
I mean, you say they're the best bench, but my pick has the best starting lineup, and that's the Cleveland Cavaliers, baby. Go Cavs. That's all I got to say. Look, the Big Four is the best Big Four in NBA history, okay? Eli's going to say, oh, what's the Big Four? Nah, the Big Four, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, all former All-Stars. And the East is wide open. Jason Tatum's out. You already said it, your point. That's my point. Thank you. And Halliburton is out. There's nothing stopping this team. They added players like Thomas Bryant, Lonzo Ball, and Larry Nance Jr., who went to my high school, by the way. Larry Nance Jr., Revere alumni, shout out.
Oh, so he
anyway,
must not be very cool.
Nah, he's very cool, actually. He's cool.
Yes.
He just said he's not cool. Kenny
That's what I
Atkinson's
like
the coach
to
of the
hear.
year. He's
That's
going to be
what I like to
back-to-back.
hear. Anything else?
Yeah.
Come
They're
on,
going to
what
win
you
the
got?
finals.
They're going to win. That's it? That's all you have to say? I give you a whole extra 40 seconds talking. All you have to
An
say. They're gonna
extra
win the
40
finals.
seconds. You're supposed to argue with
It's
me, Eli.
Oklahoma
That's the
City.
point of this
It's
segment.
Oklahoma City. They know how to win. Small market team.
This is their first time.
Biggest
This is the first
fan
time they
base.
won the finals. Correct me if I'm wrong. Last year was the first time they won the finals.
Yeah. And they're going to do it again.
Because they had
What?
SGA.
Every team
foul
has to
king.
win it for the first time
Just
eventually.
go to the foul line. Give them that.
You act like the Cavs still have LeBron.
They don't.
No,
but they
exactly.
have 4 great players.
Yeah, the Big Four. The Big Four. You just
All
named
former
4
All-Stars.
players off
Exactly,
of a
he's
stat
wearing
sheet.
the hat.
You just named 4 players off of a
He's
stat
wearing the
sheet.
hat.
You just named 4 players
Eli,
off of a
who's
stat sheet.
going to win the finals?
All right, he put the Cavs hat on, so I think he's changing his pick.
Yeah, he's changing his pick to the
Next
Cavs.
up,
Go Cavs.
Phil is
First ever
staying,
change
but
to the
Fox
delay
is
of game.
joining. It's more delay of game next on the Extra Point.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Welcome back to the Extra Point. It's time again for everyone's favorite segment, Delay of Game. You know the rules, and in our final round this week, we have Jacob Fox and Phil Clark. Now, let's see if these two know-it-alls actually do know-it-all. And let's get into some college football, shall we? Our first question, who will be the next Penn State coach? Phil, you'll go first.
You know, I'm surprised Jacob didn't take this guy. Former Trinity alumni Will Stein, the offensive coordinator for the Oregon Ducks. Look, he's developed quarterbacks like Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel. So if Penn State's trying to produce some NFL-level talent, that is a guy you're going to want to pick. And he's had those high-powered offenses that, you know, Oregon's been ranked #1 for a long time in the year. He's over here distracting me. It's okay. The Oregon Ducks would hate to lose this guy with a high-powered offensive coordinator. And Penn State's an offensive-minded team, so Will Stein would be a good pick for the Nittany Lions.
What about you, Jacob? What do you think?
I think it's the guy that has Penn State ties, Matt Rule, who is now Nebraska's head coach. He played linebacker at Penn State in his playing days. He coached at 3 places in college football. Temple, he took them from 2-10 to rank 20th in 2015 and 23rd in 2016. Baylor, where he took them from 1-11 to number 8th in the country in 2019. And now at Nebraska, he took them from a 5-7 record to now them being 5-1 and ranked in the top 25. He was also 2019 Big 12 Coach of the Year. So he's got the resume, he's got the experience to go compete at a big school like Penn State and win them a national title.
You know why he's not leaving? You know why he's not leaving? This guy likes corn.
He loves eating it.
Guess what? All over.
Guess what? He's ready for a whiteout game. He's ready to go.
Not.
He is ready to go
12-0
and go win a national title.
He was the Panthers head coach,
State.
and
that's NFL.
Atrocious.
That's NFL. We talked about NFL
He's
on the
Nebraska,
last block.
and
the last block was the NFL.
Like, yeah, sure.
No. The last block was NFL. NFL and college don't correlate. Nick Saban.
Yes, they do.
Nick Saban, for example, terrible with the Dolphins, but look what he did at Bama.
Look what he did at Bama. Still couldn't run a good offense.
All right. It's my turn to talk again. Thank you very much. Our next topic is who will win the national championship this year, okay? Phil, go again, I guess.
It's going to be OHIO, Ohio State, baby, the #1 team in the country. Looking for that repeat. I know Eli was on here saying these teams are going to repeat. This is the only team that's going to repeat from last year. 6-0 in college football. Has the best defense, only scoring under double digits, which is crazy. It's reminiscent of that team that repeated with Georgia. So Julian saying you have dudes. Jeremiah Smith is the best player in college football, and don't forget to talk about Carnell Tate, because Carnell Tate is the second best wide receiver in college football. So Julian saying is a Heisman candidate, and Ohio State's going to go back to back.
No, he's not. Texas A&M is going to win the national title. Kind of a bold take, but they're 6-0 so far. They have a signature win at Notre Dame, winning 41-40. They have an explosive offense with guys like Mario Craver with 600-plus receiving yards, Casey Conception, 5 touchdowns, and Marcel Reed, their quarterback, is a dog. 15 total touchdowns, 12 in the air, 3 on the ground. He knows how to get it done, and that defense is playing out of their mind the last 3 games, only giving up just over 12 points per game compared to their start where they were giving up around 26 points per game. This defense is thriving and developing. The offense keeps staying hot. I mean, this team, nobody's going to beat them. Nobody's going to beat them. They're going to win the SEC championship. They're going to get a bye in the playoffs, and they are going to win it all.
That's
Ohio
ridiculous.
State's such a bad take.
That is
it's
bad
such
take.
a bad
They're
take.
undefeated and ranked #1 in the country. How's that a bad take?
They beat Texas by 7.
Your
They beat
main
Texas
point.
by 7.
Your
They
main
beat Texas
point.
by 7.
Your main point was that they beat Notre Dame. Guess who beat Notre Dame when it mattered in the national championship game last year?
That was last
Ohio
year.
State.
That was last year.
Go Bucks.
We are in the Big 2-5. The Big 2-5 right now.
Okay.
But
and your point was defense. Who has the best ranked defense right now?
Okay.
Ohio State.
Okay, but A&M's
Okay, yeah.
All right, ladies, settle down, okay? Our final topic is SEC versus Big Ten. I'm really scared to hear y'all's takes on this, but Phil, go ahead.
This one is not sitting right with me because I know he is very passionate about this. It's the Big Ten, okay? Every AP poll ever is SEC bias. It's ridiculous, okay? The last 2 national championships, keep in mind, we're in the Big Ten with Michigan and Ohio State. So 5 in the top 25. I know he's going to say 5 in the top 10. It's because the AP poll is biased, all right? There is no reason a 5-1 Washington team should not be ranked above Texas and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt should not be in the top 25. That is the most ridiculous take I have ever heard. They do not deserve to be there. What? Spit it out, freshman.
That
Spit
is
it out.
ridiculous. That is ridiculous to say. The SEC is the best conference in college football, hands down, because it just means more. They have 10 teams ranked in the top 25. 5 of those teams, top 10. 9 of those teams, top 20. 2-1 against the Big Ten, a scoring differential, plus 28. And 4 of those top 10 highest scoring offenses in the country come out of the SEC. The SEC is the best conference, hands down. They have 11 out of the last 15 national championships. They know how to win. They know how to beat every other conference outside of the SEC. And I'm, as a Kentucky fan, UK would go 8-4 in the Big Ten, hands down.
Every SEC fan ever.
Excuse me. Can I just make one point? Y'all look like a before and after photo. I mean, and not in the good way.
I'm the after.
No, you're both ugly.
No,
so that's unfortunate.
I mean, like, I really like your hair.
Can I quaff my hair?
Yeah, get your
national champions. National champions get to quaff their hair. Open
your brain up. Open that brain up a little bit. Open that brain up a little bit.
Kentucky fans don't have no hair, no brain, no nothing.
Breathe a little bit out of that head of hair because these takes are terrible. These takes are terrible. The SEC is the best conference.
All right. Let's wrap this up, boys, because it's time for our fan favorite segment. Oh, come on! Let's see what happened next on the Extra Point.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride? Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back to the Extra Point. It's time for our famous showstopper. Oh, come on.
Yeah, Logan. Let's take a look at last week's delay of game.
Oh, come on!
All right, let me pull out my fancy schmancy binoculars here. And
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
John Harbaugh? Who defiled in your Cheerios, Tyler? It wasn't funny the first time you did it, and it definitely wasn't funny the last 3 times. You're not funny, bro.
Oh, come on! Hey, Tyler, is this right? Are we doing this right? Cause yikes, that was certainly something, right?
Come on, Tyler. You gotta look closer out of those binoculars.
That was
and you gotta keep your eyes on the delay of game.
Absolutely. I mean, really, that was just really funny. Honestly, it was funny for me to watch because, come on, when this is all you got, and you just keep going back to it.
Oh, come on. I mean,
come on,
that's all you
right?
can even say about this one. But
Right.
I think in today's delay games, we might have found some oh come ons for next weekend or for next week.
Definitely.
So, I mean, yeah.
I stand by what I said. I stand by what I said.
Tyler not here today, so it makes our "Oh Come On" search a little bit harder.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, that's all that we have for today. We'll see you next week.
As always, for the extra point, it's up
And it's good.
Thank you for watching today's production of The Extra Point. Live from the campus of Western Kentucky University.